Okay, what if your life was not so much about you being the best you can be, about you doing the best you can do, or you being the best looking, or the prettiest, or the best dressed? What if your life is about helping other people to be the best they can be? How much better would that feel than just making yourself better? To me, that's what it's all about. I read an article this morning, a story read it this morning. Actually, it was a video. I didn't read it. It was a video. It was about a guy who, at a very young age, started contemplating suicide because all his family ever told him was like, "What's wrong with you? And you can't do anything right." And he was criticized constantly. And when people do that to you, it's coming from inside of them. It's a cry for help from them. It's a cry for help that they need encouragement, that they need some kind of input, positive input from the outside, because they're dragging themselves down and dragging you with them. There's a story about a crab pot, and it's a true thing that when crabs are all put in a pot of water, a deep pot, that if one of them tries to crawl out, the others will reach up and grab him and drag him back in. And a lot of society is like that. They'll try to drag you back in. So you got to do everything you can to get out. And I tell you what, if someone comes along in your life and helps you to feel better about yourself, to understand your own goodness, to point out to you what's great about you, hang on to that with everything you got, because that's huge. That's one of the biggest blessings you'll ever get in your life. When I was 27, maybe 28, maybe 29 years old, finally, I had someone introduce me to, actually a gentleman I worked with that was a manager of mine, handed me a tape. It was a Zig Ziglar tape. And that's the first time I really had positive input to that level. I think I picked up my dad's Dale Carnegie book and peeked through it and got a little bit of inspiration, maybe from inside a Reader's Digest. There might have been a positive quote here or two or there during my childhood. But, I was one of those kids also who got told, you're nothing. I was never given encouragement. I was basically criticized by my father. More than anything, more than any other input I got from him, I got criticizing. And, I understand now. He felt bad about himself because, well, it's a long story, but, he was justified. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, I feel like when we take the steps to be the big sister, to be the big brother, to be the person that encourages other people, that's so much more important than making yourself perfect. So by holding back that part of the love that's inside of you, holding that back from people, is going to kill you. You got to let it go. You got to let it be. You've got to help people. We've got to help people, help each other. Help each other crawl out of the crab pot, not drag them back in. This life is short, and we can be more, do more, have more influence, and really the bottom line is just to help other people to see the good in themselves, to shine the light, to be a shining light on other people and their hearts and their spirits and their talents. Some people don't even know what their talents are. Back to the story the video that I was watching. This young man was contemplating suicide from a very early age because of all of the negative input that he got from his family and peers, and I believe it was probably mostly his father. But anyway, he finally, I think it was in middle school, found a teacher. A teacher found him rather, and asked him, "But hey, buddy, what do you do well? What's the thing that you do the best?" And his response is, "I don't do anything well," because that's what he was told all his life. Lies. We are fed lies, and it creates a cassette tape in inside your head that goes on and on and on, and it stays with you forever if you don't take the steps, or if someone else doesn't help you take the steps to get past that. That tape of lies lives inside of us. I venture to say probably everybody has the same tape at some point, at some degree in your head. And the job is, as an adult, is to get past those lies and to not believe those lies anymore, and to replace those tapes with positive tapes. And there are steps you can take, and I can help you. I've got a whole list of people, of resources rather, that can help you, that are free resources, that can help you get past those lies in your head. And But like I said, our job is to get past those lies so we can move on to be something more for the rest of the world. To grow up, basically, grow past ourselves, to get past our inner, our hiding inside of ourselves in fear. It's ridiculous. We all have the power inside of us to get past that hurdle. It's just taking the steps and implementing them, and it takes a lot of work. It's a daily commitment to yourself. And what better thing to do? Because you're the gift God gave to the world. You are the gift God gave to the world. And if you don't use your talents, they're wasted. You don't want to go through life and waste your talents. These are your gifts. They're there. You just don't know they're there because you've been told lies, and they're hiding inside of you and being unused. So anyway, back to the story again one more time. That young boy that was told those terrible things by his father that he was no good, he went on to be a writer. Yes. The teacher that found him said, what are you good at? And finally he said nothing, and he worked with this teacher, and the teacher said, I've been watching you. He said this to him later. I've been watching you, and I've noticed that you can tell stories really, really well. And the kid listened. He says, well, I'm a terrible speller. And he says, forget spelling. He said, that has nothing to do with it. You have the talent. You have the skill, the skill to tell great stories. So you should. The kid went on to become a writer, a novelist, a book writer rather. I know for sure he had at least two books, because they showed the 2 books on this video, but I didn't take notes. But anyway, if you want them, I can get them for you. But anyway, I also have a list of resources, like I told you before, of things that can help you to get past your lies. We'll figure out what vein is best for you, what's where you need the most help, and I'll be happy to send those resources to you to pick from to get started on your journey to finding the best inside of you that you can share with the rest of the world to help them be the best they can be there. It's all about, it's like the story of the candle. You light one candle, and the candle lights another candle, and it goes forward. You find the light inside of you, you find the goodness inside of you, the best talent inside of you. It's there. I promise you, it's there. When you find it, when you develop it, when you get past the negative input, then you can be the best, be the gift God meant for the world, that you were meant for the world. So anyway, that's it for me for today. I hope you got something from this. I hope you figured out that there is amazing stuff inside of you that needs to be brought out and shared with the world. And with that, I say, have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you very soon.